Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader at thetechtrader.com. And it is Tuesday night, August the 12th. These are the charts of the day. Well, even though it was kind of a choppy, sloppy market today, and they finished near flat with kind of lousy looking technicals, the market still had presented some good opportunities, and there were some interesting stocks breaking out and running, etc. Let's go over a few of those. And I also want to feature today not only a few golds, but also some of the new IPOs that we've been watching that are acting very well. We're going to go over them today. But biotech stocks, there were a few, but for the one I'm focusing on today is ANAC, because the multiple highs and lows in that zone here, three of them right in that zone, three highs, were taken out today with a thrust of 94 cents or 5%. 858,000 traded, that's the biggest volume in about, let's call it 3 weeks. And more importantly, the base was broken. At this point, I'm looking for 23 and a half, followed by mid-channel target of near 27. Looking good, probably a good swing trade. A little upset with myself for not putting it out there this morning. I was kind of, looking for a little bit of a pullback. We didn't get one yet. Swing trade, ANAT, and new IPO. This has been all over the place. You can see how it popped here, pulled back, popped again. Reversal day and backed off. Kind of did the same thing here after popping near the high. And it backed all the way off from 80 and change to 67 and change. Today it was up $1.25, not much. And the volume still remains low in this one. But I'm looking to see whether it can hold support. And then for starters, I need to take out this zone here, up around the 73 area. Once we get through that, we can challenge 80, 80 and a half, and then beyond. On the other side of the coin, if it gets below 67, I would be careful and move aside. ATHM, Autohome, did very nice today. After the base here developed with a left shoulder head and a long, kind of elongated right shoulder, or well, anyway, the basing pattern for me was that it broke out, pulled back near the 50, and snapped right back with a new rally high at 44.40 today before backing off to 43.83. Still up 393, nearly 10%, and nearly 2 million share traded. So, and by the way, that volume, 2 million, was the biggest volume we've had in a while. I'm expecting a test of the March 19th higher at 47, just underneath 47. That's my next target. And then if we start to see the market, the stock really run, we could very well see this in the 50-51 range. So let's start off with near 47 and maybe even 52. DSKY, brand new issue, the best looked like at on a 15-minute chart. You can see after the IPO, it's spiked up and pulled back. What I'm looking for in this one, DSKY, is to see if it can hold the trend line. And if it does extend and break out over what looks like a potential wedge in here, then I'm thinking that maybe an angle, something like that, could take place, and we get a run up towards the $20 range. 20 and a half, my next target. DXM, well, it's one of our swing trades. It's acted very nicely and steadily in the last few weeks, moving up from the 10 range up to nearly 14. And my target was 14, and it tagged 13.74. So I'm looking for a little bit more upside. There is some lateral resistance up in this zone, but I think 14, 15 zone should be had short term. We'll see what happens there. There is a lot of resistance in that area. GDX, well, some of the gold ETFs are acting great. This looks like a massive head and shoulders, but it's kind of a sloppy pattern. I do think, though, that the resistance at 28, if taken out, should lead to 31. And beyond that, we have a major breakout of a big base pattern that could lead into the mid to high 30s. HTHT, now this is a Chinese lodging company, China Lodging. You can see how after coming down and spiking back up, it went sideways for 3 months. Today it popped big time, $1.41 or 5.6%. I believe they reported today, and after hours the stock did pull back. But we'll keep an eye on this one. Support on the pullback would be anywhere near where the breakout point was, around the 25.40 area. JD, another one of our recent swing trades, and a new IPO. And run up, pull back, run up, pull back, run up, and form the wedge, and looked like it may be moving again. So keep an eye on this one, especially if it gets over 29. I think it could take a run at the 35 range, and then make it all the way up to the post-IPO high at 31.22. So this is a semi-resistance zone in here. Let's see if it pops up into that, bringing us into the mid-30s. Another new issue is JMEI, which has been stair-stepping its way nicely, but it finally popped yesterday through the prior post-IPO high that was at around 32.5 by reaching 35.35. And even though it did pull back this morning, it closed well. I'm thinking this gets up towards 39, maybe even as high as 43, 44. Another IPO, recent IPO, Kang, healthcare company, ran up, consolidated, popped out yesterday and followed through today. It is near the top of the channel, but we may see additional upside in the 25. Now Maxwell, has this turned the corner? Everybody's asking me. I can tell you that the reports out and the recommendations out are nice, but I'm going to need to see the stock make a bigger move than it's made so far. Now, for starters, today was a good day. Its volume was 1.6 million. Now, that's the biggest volume on an up day since May. A good sign that May have turned. But with declining top lines and moving averages in here, I need to see more evidence. My next target is up to test this level around 1145.50. If we get through that, then we can make a run at 13.5. Another major gold miner, Newmont, broke out of a base pattern today with a thrust of 53 cents. It's only 2%, but the key is it moved up above resistance, and the volume was 8.3 million. Looks like we have a target around 28.5 here, and through that we could see it all the way up in the 33, 34 range if gold really starts to make a move. NUGT gold ETF, a gold miner ETF, after wedging, broke out in the last 5 days in a row, 6 days in a row, excuse me, has been up. There's a little bit of resistance from this spike high. I expect them to test 53, 3.25, maybe even tomorrow if gold continues its ascent. My next target though is 59, followed by mid-60s. QTWO, that's Q2, it's a software infrastructure technology type company. After the IPO, it dropped precipitously down under 10, rallied back to 16, and had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-way corrective pullback falling wedge. It popped out 2 days ago, inside there yesterday, popped again today. I'm looking to see if this gets up in the 18-19 zone, short term, my target. SIMO has been doing great since the last couple of quarters and reported very positively. You can see it's moved from 10 and change to 26 just since in the last 52 weeks. I think the long-term channel, the weekly chart, shows that it is key resistance up here at 28, 28.20. We get through that, we can see a stock in the low to mid-30s. Silver Wheaton, my favorite silver stock, has broken out of this wedge and it's taken out the March high by reaching up as high as 27.42. Close to 27.09, only up a small fraction. But if it can extend a little bit here, we should see the stock take out the highs from 2013 here up around 29. So 28, 29 obviously resistance, but I'm looking to get it to the mid-30s eventually if gold and silver make a run. I'm showing you STV China Digital because of the beautiful rising channel, but more importantly, look at the coil that this developed in the last couple of months. Very nice, very orderly, very textbook-like, low volume, flat technicals. Keep an eye on this one because any pop on China Digital above 480 could set it off to 5.5 and at 6.25. Another new issue, TEDU, educational stock, Tirena, ran up, wedged or coiled here, and it's been moving steadily to a new all-time high today. Post-IPO high, just under 15. I'm looking for the stock to make it up to 18, 19. And lastly is TrueCar, yet another new issue, which broke out today and thrust to 203, or almost 15% on 1.3 million, the biggest volume since early July, so about the last 5-6 weeks. Breakout time. Now this new IPO, if I draw the channel a little differently, and that looks like the channel bottom, then it'll run at a parallel channel top. Could take this one up as high as 21, 21.5 short term. Keep an eye on this one. This is HB signing off. Talk to you in the trading room tomorrow.